What's up, guys? I just wanted to give you a 1 year update. It's been over a year now. It's probably been closer to a year, and everything on the bike still works. That's right, folks. Everything on the bike still works, like it came out the box. I did have an issue with the crank becoming loose. I went to the bike shop, and they used the crank tightening tool, and they said usually they don't come loose, but Uh, if it does, just watch it, and if it comes loose again, you probably have to replace it. So far, after he tightened it, I've been riding it with no issue. The batteries hasn't given no problems. The motor hasn't given no problems. Uh, just in case you haven't seen the video, I replaced the stock seat with this basic comfort seat out of Walmart, and everything else is stock except for the lights. There's a light there, and I had to replace the rear. There we go. You can see it now, right there. No problems. $1,200 shipped directly to your door. Basically, 90% assembled. You can't beat it. Now, I have had some people come on my channel in the comment section, and they thought the bike was junk, or they got a bad issue from the factory, and they had some problems. But I haven't experienced those issues. These are even still the same tires that came on the bike. They're not the greatest tires, but they are durable and long lasting because it's a year and a half later. I'm still on the same stock tires. Now, I don't ride the bike every single day. I live in a cold climate, so basically during the winter, I don't ride for about 4 months where it's like 25 degrees every day. But other than that, the bike is held up. Just had to tighten the brakes, lube it. Um, the gears came out of alignment when I first got the bike. I don't really mess with the gears on the bike, so I took it to the bike shop. They aligned the gears. I think it was mainly the front derailleur that had the issue, and no problems out of the bike. I don't have, this is not my GoPro. This is a cell phone camera, so I'm gonna still get on it and ride it. Right, starts right up every time. Most reliable, more reliable than this motorcycle I got right here, this Ducati. But whatever. Yeah, I have more fun, believe it or not, on the e-bike than I have on the Ducati, because the Ducati is limited to the streets and the e-bike can go anywhere. So that's really what you want on two wheels, is freedom anyway, right? So yeah, if you have any comments, any questions or comments in uh, just hit me up in the comment section, and I'll be glad to answer your questions concerning the bike. Now I want to talk about the sports world, stressing me out a little bit. And for this part, let me just go back here. I don't have any basketball visuals for you guys right now. I'm just going to talk my piece on the state of sports, the NBA, and so on and so forth. But yeah, uh, the Kyrie thing is stressing me. It's taking, the media has hijacked this story and spread it all around to where we can't even enjoy the game of basketball or even watch football highlights or World Series highlights, because Kyrie this, Kyrie that, Kyrie this, Kyrie that, anti-Semitism this, racism that, blah 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 blah. It's become quite unenjoyable, so much to the point to where I'm just watching highlights right now. Yeah, yeah, I'm just watching highlights. I know I'm not giving you guys the best visuals right now, but I'm just talking. I just watch the highlights of the games now. I mean, I don't care to watch the commentary anymore. Commentary was great back in the day, and when I say back in the day, I grew up watching sports starting in the '80s, going into the '90s and so forth. And the commentary then was much more just calling what they see on the field or on the court, minus a lot of the social political narrative. But now it seems like the social political narrative is almost 50-50 with just calling the sport that you're witnessing. And it's almost become too much. It's almost become unenjoyable. I feel sorry for the current young generation of children currently watching sports because then they have to have all this political garbage thrown at them when they just trying to have love for a game. And as parents, we have to safeguard our children from this nonsense because all of a sudden it might put emotions or feelings in them that wasn't there before. And all they were doing was just trying to watch a sport, participate in the sport. And us as men and young men coming up, we being ostracized, for being manly, for being masculine. Uh, we know that they're trying to kill that energy in this country and in the Western world and society, period. And one way we combat that is just with sports. But now you're even making that, very catty, where you got guys arguing back and forth and all of us caught up in social hoopla, uh, where we know the people that live in the real world and work together. We know a lot of this shit being presented to us in the media is complete BS because we work with people of different faiths, excuse me, different cultures, so different so-called races. Because whether you believe in there's different races or not, that's your personal belief. Um, I feel like we know we can't procreate with other animals, only other human beings. So that should tell you some basic common sense about if they're different human races. All right, you can't go have a baby with a dog, just for example. It's a different species of mammal. Okay, but anyway, back to the sports. Um, Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this either way. Whatever side of the argument you may fall on, or if you're completely neutral, which I'm starting to lean toward being if I want to have any enjoyment left of any sport that I watch, whether it's MMA, boxing, Major League Baseball, the NFL, the NBA. I don't really watch as much college sports as I used to because I knew that they were getting a raw deal, but now they're starting to get paid, so maybe I'll start watching the college sports again because I know they've given them now the opportunity to make independent money. This is very important, especially for players participating in a high injury sport such as American football. Yeah, those guys should have been getting paid. A stipend and a so-called free education is not enough when they've been making these from the concessions to the parking to the memorabilia to the television network deals. Yeah, but it's a very dark time. The cold weather's starting to kick in now. We had a beautiful Halloween holiday, and a week after that, a nice weather. But now the cold weather's kicking in. We done already reset the clocks again, and now a lot of us men are leaning on sports, and a lot of you women too that are sports fans are leaning on sports just to get a break in their life. And it seems like uh, the only way you can unplug from the garbage is not watch any of it. But my remedy so far is just to watch the highlights. Um, Sometime on Sundays, I'll sit down and watch a whole NFL broadcast because lately they've just been calling the games minus, the whole Kaepernick fiasco and all that stuff, right? Do I find my issues in watching certain telecasts the way they call the games for certain players and others they call differently? Yes, I do. But for the most part, they just call the game and stay away from the politics lately, which is a blessing. All right. Not gonna ramble on too long here because, like I said, I'm not providing great visuals for this rant. But you guys let me know. Um, it seems like to me there are many things going on that are important in society, mainly the food prices, the inflation of the dollar, gas prices, or energy prices, period, whether it be electric, because that ain't going down, that's going up too. And they just pull electricity out of thin air. It's all around us anyway, right? But it seems like they're using certain individuals as distractions. Um, if you meditate on it a little bit and don't get caught up in the emotion of it, you can clearly see they're using Kanye West and Kyrie Irving as distraction ploys. While there's real things going on, there's a real war going on. Um, Brittany Griner being locked up for cannabis is just another distraction. Unfortunately she's being used as a pawn, a political distraction. It's election time. People have voted yesterday, and so on and so forth. Are these politicians, just reciting the same old lines about healthcare, jobs, the economy, foreign policy, blah 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 blah. I'm more interested in local politics, like why there isn't more money being spent on pavement, why these roads so beat up. That's more going to affect my everyday life experience than the entertainment show that is major politics, big league politics. But anyway, that's why we lean on the sports and cycling and outdoor stuff to get away from this. But um, yeah, I'm only watching the highlights now. I'm really becoming disappointed in what they're portraying on television, period, all around the board. What they're doing in films, you can clearly see. All of these woman movies, Woman King, and they turn the Black Panther into a black woman, and it's just ridiculous. There's a reason why most women fail the firefighter test. But that's another argument for another day. I just don't like a lot of the things I'm seeing as a man's man out here trying to survive in an era that I feel like an alien in, and now it's affecting the sports. And so yeah, I'm gonna try to make more just videos that's purely sports from now. I'm gonna stay away from the political landscape. I don't want to depress anybody in the wintertime, so I'm going to have a lot of fantasy stuff concerning sports coming up, sports commentary. We're just going to keep it straight sports talk and sports debate about the field, the pitch, the court, so on and so forth. All right, guys. I hope you're having a great day, great week. Peace. If I could ever end this.